Good evening. Here is Matthew. He is going to talk about events that changed the world, World War II. So you can start, Matthew. Go ahead.
Okay. Events that changed the World War II. Welcome to this brief exploration of one of the most critical moments in the world history, that was the World War II. In the next few minutes, I will share with you the causes and key events and consequences of this global conflict that transformed of the course of the history. That's happened in the time of 1930 and 1945, where the Axis power and the Allies clashed in and fight for the freedom, sovereignty to the other countries and the future of the world. Okay, cause of the World War II. Science, the end to the First World War, various causes led of the world's greatest catastrophes in the world. Before involved into the conflict, it's essential to understand that the force that fight in this conflict has tensions accumulate uh, science to the end the First World War. This factor has to the first factor in Europe was the Treaty of Versailles that imposed to the German people um, big disaster for her country, for their country, sorry. And additionally, the rise of the authoritarian, like was leaders like was Adolf Hitler in his plan for aggressive territorial expansion, not only in Europe, if no in Japan too. Um, that was the beginning of the World War. Okay, the beginning of the World War II was an invasion of Poland in September and 1st September in 1939. The invasion Poland marked and the history of the start to the World War II. The Nazi Germany using the tactic battle called Blitzkrieg. This tactic take for surprise to the Polish the army Polish and the international community. Furthermore, unsurprised occurred a gap between Germany and the Soviet called um, the pact Molotov. This pact between the two countries was a temporary alliance between these countries for has more power and invited other countries. Okay. Later was the invasion of France. Okay. Later the aggression to the Poland, France and the United Kingdom declared the war on Germany in September in 1939. However, the military response, response was limited, and the Germany Blitzkrieg strategy led to a rapid invasion on France. These situations worsened with the fall of France in 1940. The German Blitzkrieg was the most strategic military using for these actions. Okay, later of this, the Battle of Britain is beginning, which the fall of France, the attention to the British Islands was put. The Battle of the Britain was a conflict, air conflict that put everything in play for a sake. That was into July and October of 1940. The conflict was the Luftwaffe of Germany at the British Royal Air of the United Kingdom. The victory of this battle was the British Empire. In 1941, the expansion to the Germany was the Germany invasion Russia, and one of the most hit of the USA was an attack on Pearl Harbor. This event was drastic for alter the course of the war because USA entered to the World War II. That was very important for the sign to the war. Okay, sorry. The Axis had critical blocks like in the Pacific. The Battle of Midway changed the opportunity to Japan for has more power in the Pacific. In Europe, the Battle of Stalingrad, that was the most horrible battle in the every part of the world, was to defeat to the German troops. The end of Germany. As about to advance it, the Axis powers experienced crucial defeats. In the Eastern Front, um, the Operation Barbarossa was hindered by the harsh winter and the tenacious Soviet resistance. Weakening German force simultaneously in the Pacific, the Battle of Midway was a very, inflicted insignificant loss to the Japanese fleet. Their strategies making a weakness for the Axis and was a favor for the Allies. Okay. In the Pacific, culminated the war materialized with Japan's surrender. However, this goal was presented events, even the devastating loss after Midway, including the occupation of its territories. They refused to surrender, with some even considered that all Japanese could be exterminated before giving up. In August in 1945, the United States made the historical decision to use the atomic bomb in the city of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, forced to Japan to surrender. The legacy to the war. This war has very advanced of the technology, but the price that the people has to pay was very, very high. Now we have to concentrate this in other forms, but to do but to know stars more wars in this country, like a dialogue that is better than start other war. Thank you, teacher. This is everything. I think that
Thank you, Matthew.
is okay. I think that's okay at that time.
Okay, yes, okay. Thank you so much for your intervention. Now let's move to the questions. Please, students, Raquel, go ahead with your question.
Hello, Matthew. I
Hello,
I
Raquel.
see, hello. I see that you really like the history. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My question is, the Second World War was a very tragic event. Even in fact, one of the things that shocked me the most was the attack of Pearl Harbor. Could you tell me why Japan attacked the Pearl Harbor base, please?
Yes, of course. That was because the Imperial Japan invaded first the Asian territories like Korea, China, on part of Manchuria, and I don't remember the name of the other country, and Australia and Philippines, that is a U.S. Navy. Uh, After that, the United States, they cut the oil to the Japan, because the United States is the most, in this moment, it was the most principal um, producer of oil to Japan. So when they can collect the activists, the only response that have Japan in this moment was the war. So they attack the fleet of Pacific.
Oh, thank you, Marius. Yes, it's clear for me. Thank you.
Okay.
Next question, please.
Can I question?
Go
Hi,
ahead,
Julian.
Julian.
Okay, Matt. Do you think the war is solution for any problem?
Thank you, Julian. No, Julian, the war is the last solution for any problem, I think. First, we have to do the dialogue. If does not work, share another solutions, but the war no is the solution for this.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you too.
Next question, please.
Me, teacher.
Go ahead.
Hi, Matt.
I love.
Matt, um, I feel that this topic is very, very sad because different person is affected with this situation. What do you think about this war?
I like the history, and every history has a war. That's that's everything. The history is war. I don't want that happen that, but this is the real life we have in this moment. There are many wars in every part of the world, but I think that there's no solution for all. I have many forms to resolve, but the people always choose the wars. Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay, Matt.
Okay. And finally, John Sergio, you have a question?
Yes, teacher. Hi, Matt.
Hi, John. How are you?
Uh, this question is for you. What do you think was the cause, principal cause of this war?
How? I don't understand. Sorry.
Okay, what do you think was the cause of this war?
About the World War II, the chaos that happened to start. Okay. Um, th- this is for the World War One. Okay, that happened when the Germany lost the first war. Sorry, the Allies put on treaty called Versailles. That's limited the military personnel to the Germany, and the economy was down for a side, and that is that the Germans people has more hate for these persons. So when they have more power, they have to want they want to be a revenge for the state. Um, and this is the reason for this war more in the Europe. In the action was different because Japanese part was to be most important and compete with the Occident. So they was expansion for the Asian parts, and it in this is for more looking for power for a state. Yes, teacher. That's everything.
Okay, thank you so much for your interventions. I'm going to stop here the recording, okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.